Big welcome, Stacey.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and Alfonso. If I wasn't so nervous, I would tell you I'm thrilled to be here. But I will be really thrilled when this is over. As Danita just mentioned, I am from Cajun country, the Louisiana Bayou. I grew up there. I actually just got back from there. I went to visit my family over the last week. I come from a huge family. My mom's the oldest of 5. My dad's the oldest of my mom's actually the oldest of 7. My dad's the oldest of 5. And all 4 of my grandparents were still alive, and we really value family. So I try to go back and visit as often as I can. We had a wonderful time, ate lots of good Creole cooking, and my parents had a huge Saints party on Sunday. I'm sure a lot of you men watch the football every Sunday, and you know that we're having a pretty good season so far. We're 3-0, which is not very usual. We're loyal Saints fans, and so we're really enjoying how well they're doing so far. But I'm back here in Virginia tonight, and this is what I call home. And I'd like to talk to you about how I got here, and then I'd like to share with you why I joined Toastmasters and what I hope to accomplish out of this program. You'll see through my speech this evening that I moved around quite a bit, and I moved around a lot. When I was growing up, we lived in a lot of the suburbs surrounding New Orleans, Slidell, Mandeville. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the area, but we moved around quite a bit. I went to Catholic schools. I graduated from an all-girls Catholic school, wore the uniform every day, and then I decided to go to college. I guess I was having a little bit too much fun in college, because after a couple of years, I realized that I really didn't have a clear focus of what I wanted to do with my life. So, both me and my parents realized that I needed to make a change. So my dad suggested that I join the Air Force, and I think my mom was going to kill him at the time. But I think we all realized, after seeing how my life has turned out, that it was a really good decision. So, I enlisted in the Air Force, and I went to basic training, and I guess I really didn't have a clue of what to expect in basic training, because I showed up my first day with heels, long fingernails, dressed up. I don't know what I was thinking, but the drill sergeant, and a lot of you I think have been, or based on the speeches that I've heard over the last few weeks, I think a lot of you know what I mean when we're talking about basic training. It was really difficult for me, but I got through it. And that was my first real accomplishment, I think. After basic training, I got my first assignment at Eglin Air Force Base in the Florida Panhandle. And the Air Force really did a lot for me. It helped me become really responsible and become more independent, and it really helped me decide what I wanted to do with my life. I finished school, I got my degree in broadcast journalism while I was still in the Air Force, and then I contemplated going through OTS, but then just realized that it wasn't really for me, so I got out. But I think it's important to mention the last 5 months before I separated, I also met my boyfriend at the time, but my now husband. But both of us were really focused on our careers. He's an F-15 pilot, and we decided to kind of do the long distance thing and just continue to focus on our careers. So, I mentioned that I got my degree in broadcast journalism. I started interning at a local news station and got my first job as a reporter and news anchor in Albany, Georgia. I don't know if anybody knows where that is. Worked there for a couple of years and then moved to Tallahassee, Florida. And was the weekend anchor there, news reporter, and then just realized that I didn't want to stay in the news business either. A lot of change in my life. So I moved to South Florida and worked on a constitutional amendment campaign. After that, me and my boyfriend at the time had been dating for 5 years, and I decided to move where he was stationed at Tyndall Air Force Base in Panama City, Florida. So after a couple of years, we decided to get engaged and got married. We had a huge wedding in New Orleans. It was really nice. And now, recently, he's gotten orders to Langley Air Force Base. So that's how I got here. I've moved around quite a bit. So, being the good Air Force wife that I am, I moved with them. And so we are really enjoying the area so far. It's beautiful here. I can't wait to see the fall. And I'd also like to wrap up by just sharing with you why I decided to join Toastmasters. And that's because I know you find it hard to believe. I was a news anchor and reporter for several years, but I have a huge fear of public speaking. It's just not the same to me. Speaking to a camera is a lot easier than speaking in front of a group of people. So I decided to take this opportunity with this change and a little extra time on my hands to really try to focus on becoming better at this. Thank you.
Thank you.